kind of day-to-day maintenance things, and the husband could actually bring action to the courts in really bizarre circumstances. So he could, let's say the husband had been, let's say the wife had an affair with another person, the husband could actually go to court and bring action for loss of consortium because the other person had deprived him of this right. Loss of consortium gradually developed throughout the years, and it began to encompass loss of companionship and loss of affection, and it began to really broaden in terms of who could make claims. So now it's considered that if you're a close family member, you can reclaim loss of companionship. So the court in Rabidel rejected both the claims for intentional infliction of emotional distress and negligent infliction of emotional distress. And there's a couple of reasons why that I'll be talking about today. The first is the traditional conception of pets as property at common law. Animals in the law are treated as chattels. So your animal is no different in the law than your sofa or your pencil. And this is something that has existed for centuries and centuries, and it's this really abhorrent vision that was based on norms of how animals were perceived centuries ago, and it has yet to be really modified despite a lot of opposition from scholars. And the reality is, well, if you can claim for in front of the courts for the loss of an animal, what would you recover? Because it's considered property, you would only be able to recover its fair market value. And fair market value is this calculation that takes into account essentially the price that you paid for your pet. So there's some sort of monetary evaluation of how much the pet is worth. And then any special kind of services or usefulness that the pet might have in addition. For example, let's say you have a racing horse. So that is one of the big issues. There's absolutely no room for emotional compensation under that calculation. And that gives rise to this bizarre circumstance where animal guardians are